Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 14. Last time we were meant to come down to the Underdark. Well, we did make it down here, but we didn't really do much here. Because we spent the episode playing beach episode at camp. Just to catch up on all the cutscenes that we've not done by not long resting too much. Today we're going to be spending the day in the Underdark exploring this beautiful zone. It is probably one of my favourite zones in this game. Honestly, the next few zones are probably my favourite zones in the game. This starts out what is 3 amazing zones. Let's jump straight in since there's not too much to go over. Right, we have a few big fellas up ahead, as you can see. There is indeed a big fella. They're our front line. Gale and Franca will just stand back and be chilling. We'll let the Minotaur come to us. Of course it leaps to us. Why wouldn't it?
Watch this.
And Karlach's not doing like a huge amount of damage just yet. Hopefully it improves. I mean, I've been playing Fighter a lot on my Dark Urge. Fighter is amazing. So I'm hoping that maybe, you know, Barbarian becomes as amazing. I haven't played much Barbarian in this game. Like, he's definitely gonna want to hit me. Man, there was a lot of opportunity attacks. And then it did nothing. Here it ain't. And we'll swing. And we'll swing. And we'll swing. I'm glad the leaps are not working for them too well. That is definitely good. God, they're so tough.
Try something else.
I hate how after you
Time to push my luck again.
do the goblin camp, you get the Dream Visitor in your area for a bit. You know, I'd prefer him not to be, but if he has to be. Maybe a rank 1 missile could do it. Nice. We're actually going to get a really awesome upgrade to our magic missiles while we're down here when we reach the vendor. So I'm looking forward to that. Nice, that was good damage because he's got Reckless Roar up. Okay. You know, these Minotaurs haven't exactly done a lot of damage to us yet. They're beefy, but pretty much it. Pretty much all they're giving us. Nice work. After the last episode, you know, I forgot how to fight a little bit. What's that? Earthquake. I mean, we felt an earthquake when we first arrived here, when we were just having a look. But yeah, this zone really reminds me of Blackreach in Skyrim. And I really like Black Reach, so I really like this zone also.
Broken bones. Must have fallen.
It must have hurt. The noises that happen down here remind me of Subnautica.
Let's see what this does.
And I haven't played Subnautica for a while. I wouldn't mind playing through Subnautica again if anyone is interested in watching it. Maybe we get 2 Let's Plays on the go.
Huh? That wasn't a bulette, was it?
A Bulette. And here we have the sword in the stone. It's a pretty good sword. I've never used it. Because sometimes I'm like, maybe it's too good.
Hey, good looking.
Slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. No matter how you grip or tug, the sword remains firmly lodged in the stone. No matter how you grip or tug, the sword remains firmly lodged in the stone.
Fine, I'll give it a try. Hey, but I did pull it out of the stone at least.
It feels like you're warring with 10 people for the blade, but with another hard yank, the weapon slips free from the stone.
So 2 inspirations down, 0 religion checks out of Shadowheart, Karlach, and my character.
No one stopped me yet.
And many strength checks that failed. Just for a sword that I'm probably not going to use. I don't know why Shadowheart was up there laughing, but... I've never fought the Bulette here.
Honk honk.
I guess we're going to be fighting the Bulette here. Let's put up Spirit Guardians. Oh, the Bulette just threw me off the cliff. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Say bye-bye.
I can, of course, resurrect myself. Shouldn't need her anyway. Unless Gale, you know, misses all of his attacks. Should we do a guiding? It would help. And we'll get a sword, just in case. Karlach can utilize it. That was a big bite.
A little help, please.
This thing's kicking my ass. I'm gonna need to get up and hopefully survive. Nice. Job avoiding that Karlach. Now, because I haven't done a turn, I get Dread Ambusher. So that should be helpful. Very good. Big dam.
Forever, pal.
Shadowheart, you're alright, alright? Yeah, you're alright. I was hoping to maybe score a kill there,
Tempest I will raise.
but it is what it is. Gale might be able to do it. Hmm.
The lesson is death.
I love how it laughs when you miss.
What to do?
Alright. We killed the
Need to find a way
Bulette.
forward.
In a place that I've never fought it before. I didn't even know you could fight it here. It's definitely harder here because, well, it threw my character off the cliff immediately. I fought it recently on my Dark Urge and it died within one turn. Got Karlach, a new item. When the enemy damages the wearer gains Wrath, which is the increase to damage. Alright, now before we go over here, we are going to clear out these mushrooms. Because if we don't clear them out, they will explode, as you can see. And we will die.
Just watch my step. They like to explode. Not sure what the other mushrooms are.
Doesn't matter what they are, they explode all the same.
Let's move.
One thing I learned recently is to not bring Scratch out while you're in the Underdark, because he just goes off and either murders himself.
Corpses. These creatures did battle with Duergar.
Or murders everyone else. Scratch can't be trusted down here, so it's better to just leave him at camp while you're in the Underdark. Now, who have we got here?
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
I will seek understanding. Hopefully. With how the rolls are today.
You detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy.
I sense your fear. I've come to aid you.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Alright. Shall descend to you. Actually ascending though, because you're up, you know.
It's planting spores. The Myconid means to raise the dead.
Indeed. These creatures are mightier than they look.
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker. I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
Okay.
A violent vision grips you. Duergar, dark dwarves chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakeward.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Duergar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
I suppose such wicked killers deserve wicked ends.
Why did these Duergar attack you?
Deep purples swirl into familiar shapes. Gnomes in mining gear, chased by Duergar.
The Duergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
So you harbour a fugitive gnome, huh?
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its song.
What'd you do to those corpses just now?
We breathe life into our enemy's flesh. The dead make a fine host for my growing children.
If I die down here, destroy my corpse.
No problem. Is there any way I can gain the knowledge on how to do that?
You may not. The spores hear only the circle. They dance to no other harmony.
Well, I'll cleanse the rot for you.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing light.
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the Circle a service. We will await word.
Okay.
Don't.
Don't
Her
what?
condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Who did this to you?
Duergar slashed me.
And how did you end up here?
Myconids. Took pity on me. Sound lads, especially since the Greys gave him hell for it.
Paragons of hospitality, these Myconids. The druids in the grove could have learned a thing or two.
Good thing we killed half of them, huh? Let's consider what we know about Duergar poison lore.
Like dwarves, Duergar have innate resistance to poison, and thus no need for intricate brews. Though deadly if left untreated, the poison can be cured by the antidote or natural remedies.
You know, I have this antitoxin if you'd like it.
Gods. Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me?
Well, wounded creatures attack hungry creatures. We don't need that here.
Wise. Glad to run into someone with survival at heart. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, it hurts. Girls' garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me.
You're in no condition to help anyone.
Maybe not, but you are. I need you to rescue my kin. We can pay. We're Ironhand Clan, best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Duergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake.
What was this expedition your clan were on?
Just mining for materials. Nothing unusual. But our work pays well. Help my clan, and we'll make it worth your while, I swear.
I'll free your people if I can.
Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here... I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some Duergar ass. I'll
Thank you.
mark where I made my escape, and... wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
But even though my mind is complex, I've never heard of the Society of Brilliance.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
A mind flare infected me with a tadpole.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
Well, here's the whole story for you.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist.
Friend?
Omeluum!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside her head, but she hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
And Illithid is your friend? How is that possible?
I have broken free from the Elder Brain's yoke. I no longer serve the grand design. I ask that you refrain from violence, while I respect that your opinion of my kind may not change.
And what is this grand design?
A collective quest to eliminate the Gith and enslave all other humanoids. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
I will trust you, Omeluum.
As Omeluum's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
And what happens if the stasis goes away?
I can only theorize, but I suspect your transformation would be both agonizing and instantaneous.
I thought it was always agonizing, Omeluum.
Well, yes, but that wasn't my point.
Can you extract the tadpole?
No. It appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma.
Well, that doesn't sound ideal at all.
It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
Well, I am trying to avoid transformation. But what do you know about this Mind Flayer ship?
A Nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion.
Thanks for the information.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
But isn't the stasis why the tadpole hasn't killed me yet?
I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the larva.
And what kind of alchemy are we talking about?
A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh ton of madness and Timusk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
So where do I find these mushrooms?
The Underdark, of course, although they are quite rare, and their discovery perilous. I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mistra as a cleric.
Why would a cleric have a bunch of dangerous mushrooms?
She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. Nature was her only companion. I offered her the chance to join the society, but she refused. Her experiments on Sussur bark took priority.
Eating them doesn't sound like a great idea.
My formula will hamper the more harmful effects once the mushrooms are brewed into a potion. Your sanity, however much you possess, should remain intact.
Well, I'll be back when I find the mushrooms.
May your travels be safe and swift.
How did you escape your colony?
I was born with a propensity for arcane magic my people despise. It gave me the strength to resist the Elder Brain. Every waking hour I pushed back against its dire hold. My wizardry empowered me. The moment its control shattered, I fled. Before the colony discovered I had defected.
Let's back out of this conversation and see if he shows up. How did you survive? Don't you need to eat brains?
In the beginning, I had an arrangement with a lich. Excellent company, despite what one would expect. I required brains, he required souls. A perfect symbiosis. But our ambitions eventually splintered. I wished to better the world, and he preferred its rot. So I left his company, and thus I now feed from those who act against the Society's goals.
Best way to deal with that sort of hunger, I suppose.
Perhaps the peoples of the Underdark will be less inclined to violence if they comprehend the cost, yes?
Perhaps. Never seen a hobgoblin like you before.
The feeling is mutual, friend. I have only passing familiarity with the surface races. But I found that there is as much to learn from an individual as there is from a community. So it is with the Myconids. They live in harmonious unity, but each has a unique personality.
And your research in the Underdark. That sounds dangerous.
Yes, but it has abundant natural resources. Spores, water orbs, trillimac. I've studied them for years.
There is rare magic in the Underdark too. Fairsres. It radiates from the earth, warping, teleportation, and divination magic.
And what have your studies uncovered?
This is not a wasteland. It is a glorious ecosystem. Every civilization here could thrive without conflict.
Were you here when the Duergar attacked?
I observed the fight from a distance. Combat is not my field of expertise, but the Myconids handled themselves well enough.
That's good.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Can you describe him?
Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick.
I haven't seen him.
Right. Never mind.
Who is he to you?
My useless husband. Sent him for an errand. It's no surprise he's made a mess of it.
Need some help finding him?
Knock yourself out. But don't come begging for coin if you find him. You try to ransom him to me, you'll find yourself skint and stuck with a fat old lout.
Come, talker. Far you've come.
Hello?
Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Let's visualize the forests of Faerun.
It reveals its own home in reply. A humid cove filled with decaying Myconid corpses.
Duergar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Duergar rot. I mean to join you.
It depends if you can make yourself useful.
In death, your foe becomes your ally. I will raise it. You may command it.
It does seem useful. Going to be dangerous.
I am the danger, and I am the cure.
They erased my people. I will erase theirs.
We do need that fire, so very well.
Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
I think I will long rest here, because we're gonna need spell slots anyway. Glut should still be around. I mean, he's in our camp right now, so he's hoping. Hey, Owlbear.
Blood hurts.
You know, my first playthrough, my character actually screwed this up. I had no inspirations or anything, and I didn't know what was gonna happen, so I didn't reload, and I never got an Owlbear, so hopefully things go well this time. Oh, that was close. You're hurt. Let me see.
Look, cut.
Come here, I'll clean it for you.
The cub inspects the wound, giving it a curious peck.
Didn't do that.
Good. No hurt.
How did this happen?
Teeth. Claws. Bigger.
You fought something bigger than you? Why?
Strong. Fight. Win.
Okay. And did you kill any?
Kill. No. Strong. Show you.
You do realize these things grow, do you not? Teeth and talons first.
That's fine. Yeah, so we got an Owlbear now in our camp. Very good. Oh, have a pet. For some reason the dialogue decided to stop. But yeah, I never got the Owlbear cover in my first playthrough because it didn't matter how much inspiration I had. I just couldn't get the check, and I didn't
Dog is
reload.
unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
What have you got there, Scratch?
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Some sandals. Thanks, mate. Don't know if I'll wear them, but I appreciate the thought. What are you doing, Lazel? Why do you always bring out your weapons whenever something nice is happening?
Hello. You are not food. You are friend.
Yes. Do you like it here?
Nice here. The caves smell like rotting meat. Goblin camp smells like goblins.
Dead goblins, I bet.
Ooh, more.
More? Say less.
Ooh, more.
Looks like I'm stuck with you, huh?
Yes. Fun.
Before we head out for reals, I want to buy some stuff. So I'm going to get Wyll if I can find him, since he has lots of charisma and can get us cheaper prices. So this Psychic Spark, shoot an additional dart whenever you cast Magic Missile. Amazing. Especially at this point. The staff is pretty good also because of the +1 bonus to spell attack rolls and spell save DC. We'll grab that. And might as well grab the helmet as well for the temporary health while lightning charges are up. Gale's gonna get some big improvements in gear right here. So that's shopping with Wyll.
Never wanted the easy way.
So let's head out for a little run around the Underdark, shall we? A lot to explore here. My first playthrough, I actually spent just 2 full days in the Underdark, basically.
Even with your keen eyesight, the hole below you soon plummets into an abyss of impossible darkness.
Hello!
Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away.
Nothing down there, I guess.
That's territorial markings. Recent ones, too. There are hunters around.
Gale just interrupted his own thoughts. Definitely some bad boys here.
Feels like my magic's wilting.
It's outside of range. That's okay. I did pick up the ring that gave 2 acid damage every shot, so just put it on Frankie for now. Why did it do that? I love when mobs in this game sometimes just bug out when they climb and they just waste their whole turn doing nothing. It is quite funny. The damage you do with dual crossbows,
fuck yes,
especially later on, is gonna be insane, I think. I am loving the dual crossbows. Like, they look cool. Can pump out a lot of damage. Yay, he wanted to be down here. He's like, fuck Glut. No one likes that guy. Yes, that one is definitely going to probably call for reinforcement. But that will just make it a fun fight. Carla, you can head over to that one. Frenzy up.
I've got it.
So we're ready. Gale's fireballs are doing a lot of damage. Calculating. I find it weird that this single player game, well, when you're playing single player, you can multiplayer obviously, has moments where it lags. Like it has to calculate what happened. It is interesting. Nice. Big Dame.
Got this.
You've got this, Karlak, I believe. Oh, 27. Yes. Alright, Gale. Blast them. They do only have 10 dexterity, so we could land a Sacred Flame. Sadly, it didn't kill it. But it did land. Very good, damn. You're doing great, Gale. All those fireballs are hidden, or firebolts, are hidden so well. Unlike Shadowheart. Been, not hitting so well. Alright, Philro.
Poor fucker.
Might try to knock Philro out. You know, he's a bit insane and stuff, but I'm sure he's not a bad guy. Well, Karlak's laughing.
Time to meet your maker.
Karlak, you okay? Get him. I say get him. Nice.
I've got a long road ahead.
Half-eaten gnome. Gross.
According to these notes, there's an adamantine forge down here.
An adamantine forge is very much a treasure, and any good treasure is protected by a guardian. Looks like we can defeat it with a so-called hot.
The wizard's quite worthless with a tired mind. Sleep beckons. I will follow.
Gale interrupted his own speech to talk about how tired he is.
Let's have a look.
But you know what? I'm talking about this hammer and stuff, but I'm tired, so gonna. Here's a Sussur bark.
I've got the plans and the Sussur bark. Now I need somewhere to craft it all.
We picked up that quest really early.
Should do.
Probably gonna make a Sussur dagger. I don't know how much I'll utilize it because usually I don't really care that much to utilize it, but what we're gonna do, just in case. This is usually where I fight the Bulette. All the survival failed.
The rock under your feet juts upwards, forming a perfectly engraved tombstone with a small epitaph. In memory of Myrna, a shining light in this dark world, may you forever gaze upon the lake you loved to play in.
We won't dig up the grave. There is like a item in there that you can use later on that provides something, but really not worth it. I did kind of want to go down to where the rest of those Bibberbangs were before we go into this place, so I'm gonna go back up. This is one situation where you shouldn't have Scratch out because he will run in there. I have a clip of that happening from one of my Twitch streams. I might upload it to YouTube and put it in the shorts.
Stop! Stop!
Bibberbang! You recognize the name. Bibberbang, a mushroom that releases dangerous spores. Highly flammable.
And there seems to be a torch. This is quite a predicament you've landed yourself in.
I know that. Scroll. Escape. My bag, please. I've dropped it somewhere.
You mean a scroll of Misty Step?
Yes! That's... yes!
Scrolls don't come cheap, you know.
I'll give you what I have if you get me out of here. Please.
I will try. I might need your guidance for this. We didn't, but it's always worth it.
Ah! Oh, I'm fine. I just have to... and then... here.
You made it.
I can finally breathe. Ah, right, as... what were you saying?
What were you doing down here?
I was looking for... Dereth. She'll be worried sick. I must... need to go. For you. Your trouble. Ta.
Thanks. Scroll of invisibility. I don't know if I actually talked to Dereth about finding the noble stalk. But it is over here. Now, Glut can just, you know, walk over there. Like it's nothing. But then, if you let him, he will eat it. So, bring it back nicely and straight into our pocket.
Looking ahead.
Thanks, Glut. Appreciate it. Now, of course, we are going to make a mess here because
At the ready.
you can't not, right? You gotta cast the fire and watch the show. Very good, very worth. A nice fireworks display. Much better place now, and we get 2 scrolls of Misty Steps, so we just double our money. You know, my first playthrough I didn't get the Noble Stalk. My Dark Urge playthrough I didn't get the Noble Stalk because of Scratch. Because usually when I'm coming here I haven't saved in a while. So I didn't expect Scratch to just walk in there. I'm like, I can't be bothered reloading from that, that's so long. So I just went with it. Alright, let's head back down here before we go back to the Myconid colony. Deal with this encounter down here first.
What? Gek? Got someone sneaking up on us?
I come in peace.
You got a bloody rotflower for company? Must have let it get in your head. My axe will fix that in no time.
I do not want your axe in my head, but that's what you need, then so be it. This fight can be tough, but I like doing the fight. I think my first playthrough, it was probably the hardest fight I had in the Underdark, honestly. In his face. I'm glad he hunters marked afterwards. There's why the fight can be hard. And also, this guy really loves to counterspell, so... So Gale is a little bit useless here at times. It's the broke. And then we're gonna Spirit Guardians. Which is very important. Alright, here comes the zombies. All into the Spirit Guardians, please. Good, good. Now we don't have Radiating Orb on. But hopefully we can deal with it all the same. We'll be able to take this guy down here. Nice. Let's go get him. Fine that he jumped there because he also is in the Spirit Guardians. I love Evocation Wizard. It's the one thing I love about Wizard more than Sorcerer. Like, Sorcerer is more fun overall in my opinion, but Wizard, being able to just cast into your allies, pretty good. I'm glad this guy actually came to us. Like, that was very nice of him, honestly. Got himself killed for no reason. Can I shoot this guy?
No time for
Good.
mercy. Now this is my happy place.
94%, no problem. Tearing through him. This fight actually went extremely well for us considering. It's probably the easiest this fight's ever been. Ow. 20. Right, shadow heart dodge. Nice. We just kill this fella, honestly.
Another day, another fight.
Very good.
Let's cope with fire, baby.
I'll send Karlak up here to deal with this fella. I did forget to turn that off. Oh, we're only knocking them out. I forgot I had non-lethal toggled.
Meet sorcery.
Doesn't really matter too much, but... How dare you heal? Now you have to die for real. Mm-hmm.
Come. We must speak.
Must we? What have we got to speak about, Glut?
The tumor is excised. Here, I break ground. From the dark will a mighty circle rise. My song will fill the grotto. Death Doer. The grotto may sustain but one sovereign. In the age of Glut, there may be no spore. Eliminate the other sovereign.
You'll turn on Spore, who gave you shelter.
A fate it has earned. My circle long suffered while the Duergar flourished. I sang to Spore for help, yet it cowered in the grotto and let my people be slaughtered. Choose, Smooth Mind. Help me grow a mighty circle and reap the reward, or protect the precious poltroon as it waits for the circle of Glut to devour it whole.
Glut, if you're so eager for blood, let me give it to you.
You shall never again know home.
We do still have Spirit Guardians. Very good. Like his little noises that he makes. You wanna light him on fire, Karlak? He kinda deserves it, you know.
I speak, they burn.
Mm-hmm.
A sovereign with no subjects. Glut won't be mourned.
He made bad choice.
Okay.
Now we didn't actually kill some of these Duergar, so that'll be interesting. I mean, we can still loot them and everything. We'll just leave them knocked down. Usually in this game, knocking someone out means they die anyway, so I'll grab all the loot here and then I'll head back to the colony and talk to the herb lady for her quest of finding her husband, who she didn't really care about, but we found him anyway. Few quests to hand in, and then we'll probably bring the episode to a wrap up.
Greets you with a harrowing elegy, cheerless as the new moon.
The Duergar are slain. The rot has been purged.
The music shifts, still melancholic, but now streaked with hope.
Do you hear? A new harmony. Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you. You have cut out the Duergar blight, but not its source.
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow, striding among Myconid dead.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe.
There'll be another reward for this, I hope.
I ask a boon, and will give one in return. The drow lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death, and return.
Okay. I'll do that if I do it. Didn't say yes or no, you know. The rogue way.
Look at that. Got my useless old man back. I suppose that's your doing.
Yeah.
His hands are empty as a whole. We'll have to send him back out soon enough.
Seems like there's no love lost between the two of you.
Love? Never heard of it. Balin's meek now, but he used to be a rotten old bastard. Treated me like an old shoe for 70 years. Losing his mind was the only good he ever did by me.
I see. You must be down here for a reason.
Collecting noble stock. Valuable mushroom. We've a shop in Baldur's Gate. The locals go mad for it.
What makes it so valuable?
Nearly nothing it can't cure. Blindness, poison, hair loss.
Could it cure Balin's memory loss?
Probably. But Balin in his right mind wasn't worth half of noble stock. I know him better than anyone. Got the scars to prove it.
Well, I have a noble stalk.
Ah. To no surprise of mine, you're more competent than Balin. Go on then. Hand it over.
What will you do with it?
Sell it. What else? Worth more than its weight in gold to folk back in Baldur's Gate. There ain't much it can't cure.
And how much is it worth to you?
Loads. But I haven't got anything to offer for it. And I'm counting on the shroom for that. Give it or don't.
I would love to give it to you, but give me something or this noble stalk disappears right before your eyes.
Stop! Fine. Take this. Wedding ring from a pillock. It has to be worth something.
We'll give it to her.
I'd say it was a pleasure doing business. Except it wasn't. Off you go.
Oh, we also got gloves. So I'll talk to Balin. He's only got 4 HP. Ugh.
My friend, Bibberbang. Curious. Beautiful. But dangerous. Next time. More careful next time. For certain. Thank you for your help.
No problem, mate. How did you get trapped to begin with?
I think anyway, what were you saying?
How did you wind up trapped like that?
Noble stock. Yes, there it needs noble stock. Mushroom. Good stuff. And the ledge. Yes, I was on a ledge. Crumbled to bits. And I tumbled down.
You must be keen on mushrooms if you're willing to brave the Underdark for them.
The shop needs all we find. Bone cloaks. Baldur's Gate. Anything sourced here. Very high rate of profit.
Master is back.
Good. Missed him.
Ah, let's get us some big experience. Just for walking in here. It's great.
The cover proudly announces this book to be Flumph Mating Rituals.
Let's browse the contents.
Mad supposition, questionable diagrams, and many gleeful references to tentacles. Not an overly academic text.
What do I know of this title?
Underdark fauna is a topic much written on, but this title has never appeared in any collection you've seen. The
Okay.
scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes. An illusion. What remains are simple instructions written in a spare hand. The secret to forging adamantine.
Nice. It might come in handy.
Another reference to the adamantine forge. No mention of a guardian this time.
Take all this main stuff. Let's do a long rest before we wrap up the episode. See if anything happens. I don't know if it will, because I feel like we might have plowed through all of the long rest stuff. Especially with the last episode. There is something happening. Frickin' Wendigo sounds. Let's go towards it. What's going on? I thought something was wrong.
Just a bad dream. It's all right.
Goblins had me in a cage, poked me with pointy sticks.
Hush now, it was just a nightmare. We're safe here with Mistress. He'll settle in. Give it a little time.
You two looked cozy together, bad dreams aside.
He's still young. I remember Gonwick would let me sleep under his cloak when I was a pup. It helps.
And did you just call me Mistress?
I suppose I did. You've been good to us. To both of us. Gonwick would be happy I'm with you, I think.
Like it here. Warm fire. Scratch reminds me of Big Brother.
Did you say you have a big brother?
Used to. Mother ate him.
Oh, I see. Well, you're both welcome here.
Thank you.
Probably the cutest cutscene in the whole game. And after that very cute cutscene, we'll bring the episode to an end there. Today was productive. We finally made it down to the Underdark for real. And we are exploring the secrets. Next episode, there'll be a bit more exploration of the Underdark. Challenging fights. Maybe they'll be challenging, I'm not sure. Some of the fights that I thought would be challenging this playthrough have not been. So, this playthrough is actually going amazingly for combat. We're getting extremely lucky in most of the fights. We don't need them tadpole powers. But yeah, we've gotta find this Lenore in hopes that Omeluum can help us, so probably get that done next episode. And maybe complete our stay in the Underdark. But there's definitely a lot more Baldur's Gate 3 to come. Hope you all had a great time watching and enjoyed the episode. And I hope you all have a great night or day depending on when you are watching. I'll see you in the next one.